Today's Midday Kentucky Cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
All right, we are back with Chef John Foster. We're in the kitchen at Sage Rabbit. You're gonna make one of your best dishes.
Yes.
Homemade for us. What are we doing?
Gnocchi, made
Gnocchi.
in-house with a little bit of roasted tomatoes, some fresh shiitakes, and some fresh ramps, all local.
Okay, I've never said this, but those are some beautiful mushrooms.
Yes, they are. They come out of Berea. We have a
local.
forager who gets our mushrooms out of Berea for us. Yep.
Everything's local.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna move out of the way. We're
Okay.
safe to be out of your way because
You can step two steps back.
all the way in the bar, right?
All the way. No, you're fine.
All right, you take it away. Tell us what you're doing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a little bit of clarified butter into the pan, and I'm going to do this to brown the gnocchi. Here's our gnocchi. We do about 10 to 11. Nice shape and size, very consistent, which is important for us.
You make these homemade in-house.
Yes, we do. We bake the potatoes, we scoop them out, we rice them, fold in a little bit of egg and a little bit of flour, and then we roll them into these long ropes, and we just cut them into these shapes. You don't want to get this too hot because I don't want them to flame up, so I'm going to pull it off, and I'm going to add a few of these to the pan. And the good thing about these, they're so consistent that they don't stick, and they brown nicely on both sides. So we put them on there, put them back on the heat. So we're going to let them brown on one side first.
How long does that take?
A couple minutes.
Oh, easy.
And while they're browning on that side, I take a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And that's it. Once they get brown, we're going to flip them over, brown them again on the other side, and then we're going to add all these ingredients in.
Gotcha.
We'll start with the ramps and the shiitakes so that we can cook them, and then we'll add the tomato and put the whole thing in the oven. As you can see, we're starting to brown them.
This is better than a hibachi grill.
All right, so now we're going to brown on the other side, and we're going to start adding our ingredients. And normally what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit on the top while I'm browning. And then I'll let them shake down to the fat. Now, gnocchi soaks up the fat, so sometimes you'll have to go back in the pan with a little bit of clarified butter.
It's a really pretty dish.
It is, and that's why we chose this dish for the shoot, because it's so brilliant and bright.
It really is.
It pops off the page.
Talk about these ramps for maybe somebody who's never seen them
Well,
before.
ramps are wonderful, and they only come around for a short period of time in the spring. So if you don't get them in the spring, don't buy them. That means somebody's trying to do something else with them, and that's not going to work.
Oh, good tip.
Liken them to a spring onion, which are probably growing in your backyard right now.
I wish they were.
Well, I'm sure they probably are. All right, so now we get it. Mix it around, and into the oven it goes. Okay, let's check our gnocchi. So we go in here, and we pull our gnocchi out.
It smells good. Oh, wow, that even browned them up more.
Brown them up more, and then all I'm going to do is take a little bit of whole butter and finish it off. Now, this is something I learned in culinary school a long, long time ago. The French love to finish with butter because it gives richness, but it also gives shininess. So we finish this with butter.
Rich and shiny.
Rich and shiny. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. All right. Come over here.
Oops. Just dancing.
We're just dancing, like we said. And then,
Okay, that's beautiful.
and there you go.
Gorgeous, gorgeous plate. And the finesse.
There you go.
Beautiful. So we can come in here and get this any night, mix it up,
Yep.
homemade
Can.
gnocchi.
We've even had people, and I hate to say this on camera, we've even had people say, I had a gnocchi a month ago, and it was this and this, and I think this. Can you do that for us again? And sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't, but we try to do that a lot. And a lot of that comes from our regulars, which they're very loyal to us, so we try to return the favor as much as possible.
Well, you know what? That says so much for you and your team.
Yes.
Thank you for having us here. I think we're going to dig in on
Absolutely.
a petite for
Yeah.
this. Where can we find you?
You can find us at 438 South Ashland Avenue in the Chevy Chase neighborhood.
And check the menu online because it's
Check
changing.
the menu online, sagerabbit.com.
and check out their Instagram pictures, just like this. Thanks so much, John.
You're very welcome.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.